Gotta wipe the dust off of this box. So this is the original pair of Adidas PureBoost sneakers. From what I can tell from the tags, these released in 2014. And I have a pair dead stock. And this is one of those shoes that is like kind of near and dear to myself, because if you guys have been around the channel since 2014, you guys know the Adidas PureBoost is kind of like the first major comfort sneaker that really hit my feet that I was just overwhelmed with like love for. So the Adidas PureBoost actually came out before the Adidas Ultra Boost, and there was the Energy Boost that was actually the first one to market. So this was not the first model to market. However, it's the first one that I bought and the first one that I put on my feet, and the first one that I was like, okay, this is a running sneaker, but it is for sure like a casual lover's dream, because the way that the Adidas Boost on this midsole felt, it was so incredibly good. And again, this was 2014. Now fast forward to 2023, it's kind of different now. There's so many different comfort sneakers on the market that it's really wild to think that this is the one that kind of started everything out. It's way narrow comparison to a lot of the stuff out there. The upper is not as good as a lot of the stuff that we have out there. And fast forward to today, and we have the new pair. This is the Adidas PureBoost 23s, and so I wanted to give you guys kind of my thoughts on the new model and let you guys know of where I think the Adidas PureBoost line is going. So I feel like we've had a little bit of an identity crisis with the PureBoost line, because there was an Adidas PureBoost 22, but then there was actually another Adidas PureBoost 22. It was kind of confusing. There were two different models named the same exact thing, and Adidas has done this a couple times with different models, and I think it's the positive and negative to Adidas, unfortunately, because it's like, I like that they're creating new things and different things out there, but I don't like the fact that there's so many different items out there that are named the same thing that it kind of creates market confusion. So we've had probably 4, 5, 6 different versions of the Adidas PureBoost, but now we have the latest and greatest version. So to give you guys some information about this model specifically, this is a PureBoost 23 again, and the price point on these retail at $140. The product description says, responsive daily running shoes made in part with recycled materials. Even a quick run can reset your mood and energize your day. Lace into these wide-fit Adidas running shoes to get your daily miles. Full-length boost returns energy endlessly to keep you moving forward. The mesh upper is engineered for airflow, and a Stretchweb rubber outsole flexes naturally for high-energy ride. Made with a series of recycled materials, the upper features at least 50% recycled content. It does say these weigh 11 ounces for a men's size 9, and the midsole drop is 10 mm, heel is 22 mm, forefoot is 12 mm. So first things first, the look of the shoe I actually really like. It is a little bit similar looking to the PureBoost 22s, at least one of the versions, but it is also a little bit different. And the biggest change up that I could see, other than the midsole is completely different, is the heel counter right here. You have the heel counter that is very reminiscent of the Adidas Ultra Boost line, and I like that they actually say PureBoost back here, so it gives it some sort of an identity. I hope they kind of stick with that, to be honest. I like it. It looks nice, and it's kind of like a takedown version of the Ultra Boost. And just for a side-by-side comparison, here's the Ultra Boost Lite, which is very similar to the Ultra Boost 22 as well, and then we have the PureBoost. So very similar. The boost is not near as plentiful on the PureBoost version, but it is worth noting that you can feel the boost in the midsole pretty well on the heel squish of the shoes. So even though it's not as much as the Ultra Boost Lite, you actually feel the heel squish quite a bit. And the funny thing is I remember this shoe being so incredibly soft and squishy, the very first version from 2014, that I decided to put these on side by side and see how comfortable they were, or did the fantasy of what I remember these being live up to the reality of what we have in 2023. And I have to say, like, the new version is softer on feet than the old ones, which is kind of funny. Again, it's kind of like your favorite cologne, like the first time you tried it on, and if you don't smell that cologne for like 5 years and you smell it again, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. It takes me back a little bit. Like, that's kind of like the idea and the imagination of what I remember these shoes being so incredible. And then now it's like the newer version, which is just kind of a middle of the road pair of comfort sneakers in 2023. It's actually softer than the original pair of comfort sneakers that got me into the whole Adidas wave. Like the PureBoost was like one of the first sneakers that I got from Adidas after the Dame Lillard pair that ended up dropping the Rookie of the Year, like not even his signature shoe. It was a Rookie of the Year special release. Anyway, as a take back of history for myself, I was only Team Nike for the years and years and years, and Lillard changed that with his Dame line that came out, and then the PureBoost is the other thing that just completely shifted everything. Then the Ultra Boost came out, and then the rest is history. But the new version of the PureBoost, I think, looks really good. It is a stylish looking shoe. You do also have a detached tongue, which personally for me, I really like detached tongues. I always like the Ultra Boost line, but the attached tongues, especially with the new versions like this with the all knit right here, it makes sense because it cinches down your foot and it gives you better lockdown. and I appreciate that for sure. But for somebody that just wants to throw on my shoes and go, the tongue always gets tucked down and stuff, and I have to pull it out usually when I put in these things on. It's honestly just a laziness factor of myself, but something that I do like is a relaxed tongue, and I like that the PUREBOOST line offers that. Now the traction pattern on the bottom actually looks very similar to the UltraBoost line. However, it doesn't have that LEP system that the UltraBoost does. So the LEP system basically allows your foot to react and jump off like this because of that flex of the plastic and the bottom of the shoe that just really launches you forward. The PUREBOOST line is trying to imitate that, and you can see it does have some flex here, but it is a lot more flexible than I would say the UltraBoost line is. The UltraBoost line is a little bit more rigid, at least when I'm pushing down on the shoe. So this is kind of like a light version of that, if you will. So I could see people using this for performance running, and if I'm thinking of Nikes and the direct competition to this model, it would be the Pegasus 40s. Like, it's kind of like that shoe. It's like the daily trainer workhorse sort of sneaker. It's probably a little bit heavier than the Pegasus 40s, but it's a very comfortable shoe and a well-rounded pair of sneakers as well. So I feel like the PUREBOOST is just kind of like the unsung hero from the Adidas Boost line. Everybody always usually goes UltraBoost if people are still on that wave like myself. I love the latest and greatest UltraBoost, but I like to check out all of the other Adidas Boost models as well. High end, low end, middle end. And so this is one that I'm happy that I'm able to come back to and go, this is actually a really nice shoe. It definitely delivers with an overall comfort for your feet. No, it's not the softest and squishiest pair on the market. No, it's not the lightest pair. No, it's not the most breathable pair. But at the end of the day, it's an in-betweener pair where it does have value for the price point that it's at. But even better, if you buy the previous version, you can get it at a crazy, crazy discount. So as low as $70 or even less than that. I'll link the old version as well as a new version in the description of this video if you guys are interested in checking out either. If you guys do use my links in the description and make any purchases from those links, it gives me a little bit of a kickback, directly supports this channel, but it also lets Adidas know that you guys mess with the channel, so it's greatly appreciated when you do that. Anyway, what do you guys think about the new Adidas PUREBOOST 23s? Is it something that you guys are interested in trying out on feet? Do you guys even remember the original PUREBOOST? Or have you tried the PUREBOOST 22s? Is it something that you liked or not? Leave a comment, positive or negative, in the comment section of the video. It definitely feels sort of like an Adidas UltraBoost light version, I guess you could say. Like, it's the takedown version of the Adidas UltraBoost. Considering the UltraBoost is $190 at retail, these ones are $140. I could see people trying to determine which pair to buy, the $140 pair or the $190 pair. Personally, I'm always going to be team UltraBoost, but again, going back to the roots, the PUREBOOST is one of those shoes that I definitely hawkeye and look at all the time. So if you guys are new to my channel and you guys enjoy the content, please drop a like. But anyways, thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys have a good day out there, and hopefully we'll see you back for some more content soon. All right, peace guys.